Yo guys, what up? What up? What up? It's your boys. The kid is 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 the child is the child is the child is the kid is the kid is the kid is the child, man. We are back in here again. I have water, not alcohol, man. So as well, oh geez, I'm actually looking quite bright and lovely in here. Yes. New shave, new life, new things, new goals, new things as well. We're trying to ride through, man. The kid, the kid, the kid, the kid, the kid, the kid, the child, the child, the kid, the child. So, we're trying to live. We're trying to live. We're trying to exist. And I think, on this show, we're definitely going to break down Barcelona. Setien coming in through. We're going to do a little bit of a eulogy on Valverde. I want to have an honest discussion about Uncle Ernie. But I think, I already put out my video out there with regards to the Barcelona. I broke that down in nice little detail. So that's out there. But, I may try and bring in something a little bit much more detail with regards to talking about Setien and what Barcelona can do going forward. And I also want to address this whole Edison Cavani thing of his potential to go to Atletico Madrid this month. But remember, guys, I've already put new content out there. If you want to get access to sexy, new, lovely emojis on the live streams and gain access to extra YouTube content, man, below you will see the little join button. Click on that join button and you can become a football hot member. Yes, you can become a football hot member of whatever fee you want, and you can get that new content, new swag, icon on your name, and all that beautiful stuff, and be official parts of the football hot family, the greatest analyst in the world, the sexiest analyst in the world. Shout out to the haters on Twitter who still think that calling me gay is an insult in 2020. I find that well. So without further ado, let's go right down to this discussion. So your boy Setien, he's in there, man. He is the new manager of Barcelona, Quique Setien, said to be this Cruyff disciple and so forth. And I want this to be really a back and forth with the guys in the live chat, so just to see what you guys think about it, because I've already talked. I gave you a 20-minute shakedown on it, So just so he's coming. He's a Cruyff the disciple. The thinking is Barca want to go back to their identity, and they feel as if they go back to their identity, that will feed off, not only get results but also make the players a lot happier. And so you have to look at Bartomeu. Is this the right thing for Bartomeu to do? Because beyond that, it's really about keeping this dude happy. Because if this dude isn't happy, then it ain't going to be, because he has to work. He is the guy that has to work, because if he doesn't work, then it's all screwed. Then it's all over. And because again, what's it called? Valverde, I think if this was even revealed, like one of the first things that Valverde was told when he arrived at Barcelona was Neymar is leaving. Like apparently Messi said, you know what, Neymar, the Brazilian, he's leaving. He's out of there. So the relationship that a manager has with Messi will be very important. Maybe we can talk about, does Messi have too much power? Does he have too much power within the dressing room? And does he need to relinquish that power? But I mean, if you have done what he has done, what can you do? Because the guy is without a doubt the greatest player that Barcelona has ever had. And he maybe deserves the influence that he has over the team. So, but my thing here is that with Quique Setien getting hired, does this mean that Barcelona are back? So, because he is now a Cruyff disciple, does it not mean that Barcelona, because this is my thinking that people are missing. All because you play the Cruyff way of playing does not mean that you will get results. It doesn't. But you see, I got told, like someone told me, you have to be very, very careful by who you listen to. Someone told me that Barcelona are poor. That's what I got told. I don't know why, but someone just called that Barcelona Cup that they're poor. Then I read an article today that Barcelona are the richest club in the world, and Barcelona's revenue is the highest amongst any other club in the world. So, if we're to believe that they have the highest revenue, the largest turnover, then they better start getting players, because these players that Barcelona have are not good enough to bring a Champions League. Because at the end of the day, La Liga is weak sauce. La Liga is weak sauce. Because if La Liga is cool, then why are we hating on your boy? If La Liga is cool, then why were we hating on your boy, Uncle Annie? Because Uncle Annie delivered you a La Liga every single time. So for Kike Setien, you're here to win the Champions League. If you're not winning the Champions League, how are you an improvement? Don't give me that. So this is what I don't want from Barca fans. I don't want the crap of like, oh, Setien didn't win the Champions League. Oh, we looked sexy. We looked great. We played sexy football and we're unlucky now. This isn't on the 10s. This isn't on the 10s tiddlywink football where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter about winning the game, just as long as you play the right way. No. The only points of any manager coming in for Barcelona is, can you deliver the Champions League? They've won 8 out of 10 La Liga titles. In the past 10 years, they've won 8 out of 10. You know, one of them went to Real Madrid, the other one went to Atletico, the rest went to Barcelona. So you winning a La Liga title doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't really mean anything. Let's just say La Liga is overrated. Why is La Liga overrated? So, because for me, like, it's not even about this season. People say they can't win the Champions League. It's not even about this season. It's about moving forth. Do Barcelona fans believe that this guy, Kike Setien, can give Barcelona that Champions League crown in the next 2 years, 3 years? First, I think he has like a 2 or 3 year contract, because Liverpool are a force. As long as Klopp stays with Liverpool, that is a serious force. And if Liverpool can keep on improving, that's a serious force. Juventus, I don't know. Neymar, that's another thing we can discuss. That's another thing to discuss. Neymar. What happens there? Like, does Neymar now remain at PSG for the long term, or is Neymar still trying to find a route back to Barcelona? Like, there are so many fascinating things to find out, because it's like, do you believe that Griezmann, Messi, and I'll even throw in the Us. I'll throw in the Us. Let's say the Us, Griezmann, and Messi. Is that enough to deliver a Champions League? Is that enough to defeat PSG? Is that enough to defeat Liverpool? Because to win a Champions League, you probably have to go through either PSG or Liverpool. Most likely Liverpool. Or Liverpool. And I don't think that they can, either over 2 legs or in a one-off game. You know? So, like, people have said, look, I don't care about what this guy Kike Setien did at Real Betis. I really don't. Like, people are missing I'm missing the point. It doesn't matter what this homeboy did at Betis or whatsoever. What players does he have at his disposal? Even more so than not, how much desire does Messi have? How much does Messi still care? Oh no. How much does Messi still care? Because is Messi looking at this situation, the sacking of a coach mid-season, hiring of a new coach coming in, is he looking at this and saying to himself, you know what, maybe this is the beginning of the end? Maybe this is the beginning of the end. Because we all know how hard Messi fought for Neymar, because Messi knows that Griezmann is trash. He knows. Like, guys, let's be real. Messi didn't sign off on Antoine Griezmann. That was a club decision. There's no way that Messi would have sat up like, yeah, man. See, Messi would sign off on Sadio Mane because Messi has come out and said Sadio Mane, because he voted for it. He'll sign off on Sadio Mane. He'd probably sign off on Mbappe. He'd definitely sign off on Neymar. He ain't signing off on Griezmann. But then Griezmann now has to show up. Griezmann has to show up. But obviously, I was reading an article, that your boy, well, not really an article, it's basically like, Messi, he went on his Instagram and he just said, and he was really thankful, and he wanted to just do like a thank you message to Valverde, talking about how great the work he is and how he's a great person and so forth. And this is the point that I'm trying to make, and I think I made the points here. Messi knows that what happened at Anfield was down to the players. It wasn't down to the manager. You see, for Messi, he'll tell you that no, Sampaoli was to blame for that World Cup, 100%. That's why Sampaoli is chilling out as a scholar in the Brick Academy. So 100% said no, Sampaoli was to blame. Like, he won't come out and say it, but the fact that he's not come out and defended Sampaoli or anything knows that now. Sampaoli don't have any idea what he was doing. Messi has never come out and been openly critical of Valverde. So that's what people are missing. So all you guys insulting Uncle and they say Valverde is clueless, doesn't know anything, this guy's crap. Messi has never come out to criticize him. Messi has always been his biggest defender. And if you were to take Messi in the privacy of his room, Messi will say that it was us. We screwed up. We underperformed. We were to blame. We were to blame. It's like, oh, yo, shout out to your boy Danny, man. Daniel, man, what up, baby? Daniel, what up, baby? Talking tactics in there, man. Give your boy Daniel some love, man, on talking tactics. But remember, guys, if you don't know, I run a flipping, well, I don't run, we run a podcast that drops every Tuesday, man. So boom, boom, boom. So because this is the myth I need to dispel. I need to dispel this myth that Valverde was the issue. I need to. We have to. We have to dispel this myth that Valverde was to blame. He takes some of the blame, and the other blame has to go with the players. But it is unrealistic the amount of abuse and attack that Valverde had, which is why I say this. If Setien comes in, and because I am assuming these guys are going to play amazing football, and I'm assuming that these guys are going to be winning every single game, and I'm assuming that these guys will be amazing. That is how the narrative has to go. Because if these guys are underperforming, and these guys are losing games, then I'm sorry. Why were you blaming Valverde? Why were you going after Valverde? I am expecting Frankie de Jong to be the next coming of Javi or Jesus Christ. I'm expecting it. That is how it has to be. No more excuses. Because what I don't want is Setien to come in, Cruyff tactics, passing, this, that, all that kind of stuff. Said everyone can do a better job than Valverde. Thank you. That's cool. So when Setien comes in, I'm expecting amazing football and results. That's what I'm saying. I'm expecting amazing results and amazing football. That's what I'm expecting. Because if you don't give me that, then nah. But look, man, the reality of the matter is this: and this is what I've been saying for some time, that the Barcelona dynasty is over. This is over, and I think shout out to Daniel Omuyoko Dragba, who hopefully is still in the live chat. And I think Omuyoko will actually say to you this is that because he called this. The beginning of the end was Neymar. That was the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end was Neymar. That was the beginning of the end. because that was when I was like, you know what, this is like when he left, it was like, all right, how do we cope? Because remember, the thinking was Neymar was the dude to take over Messi. That was the dude. Neymar was the guy that was supposed to take over Messi. That was how the narrative was supposed to go. So when Barcelona allowed him to go, when they allowed him to go, and there was no real replacements, that's where. But I think that was where the beginning of the end was, because if you tell me that the thinking was, oh no, it's going to be Coutinho. Oh no, it's going to be Antoine Griezmann. No, because this is my thing here is that there is a path. There is a way Neymar goes back to Barcelona. Like, don't buy that crap of like, oh no, Neymar has now made peace with PSG and everything. He's all cool. It's all great. There is a path back for Neymar to Barcelona, but it's under one condition. If he goes back, he gets the keys to the house. Messi has to take a sidestep. If Messi doesn't take a sidestep, Neymar isn't coming back. Neymar has to go back where, like, I am the main star now. I am the main man. Everything revolves around me. I am the figure. I'm the face of this club. Let me hit the super chat right here. Thank you very much from Harty Momo. I thought, okay, Harty Momo. Thank you for the £2 super chats. Setien got rejected by Watford for Pearson. Please don't say that. Please let that be a lie. Please let that be a lie, because if that is true, that is very, very worrying indeed. If that guy got rejected by Watford and they got Nigel Pearson instead, that is very worrying. I don't know much about this dude. I don't know much about this dude, but the thinking is he gets his teams to play great football, quality football, and if he gets given better players, he can do a better job. This is the biggest kind of role that he's ever had. And I think, even if you don't have experience with having a big profile role, I'm like, when Ferguson joined Man United, he didn't have much experience of a big profile role. When Pep Guardiola took over from Barcelona, he didn't have any experience of having a big profile role. So that isn't really a big thing for me, man. So that's the thing. It's like, I don't know how this is going to go. But I think I need people to focus on this, and this is the key thing. I don't care about how good the football is. What I don't want is people saying, "Oh, we've lost games, we've drawn games, but the football is much better under is much better than it was under Valverde." Come on, bro. No. This is Barcelona. This is Barcelona. Okay, and if this is Barcelona, you have to it's about winning. It's not just about playing when it's about winning. Like, what if that tiki-taka Pep Guardiola era played great football but didn't win? Nobody would care about them. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, that was a really good team, but whatever." Remember that Brazil 1982 World Cup team? People argue that that is one of the great football teams we've ever seen, the 1982 Brazil team. But people don't really remember them that much because they didn't win the World Cup. If they had won the World Cup, they would actually be compared to the 1970 Brazil team as perhaps the greatest football side of all time. But the greatest football side of all time is still the 1970 Brazil team. So let me hit the super chats here. So thank you, Mr. Afdeling Skills, for your super chat donation. CR7 Ballon d'Or winner 2020. According to whom? According to whom? So because he starts pads in the Serie L, that means he'll get the Ballon d'Or. Now, this is not me hitting on Cristiano, because I think a stats came out that said that, oh, he has scored against every Serie L team in the league, which is a great stats to have. But it's like, bro, I don't give a damn about you stats padding, bro. Oh, I don't care about you breaking records. Win me a trophy. Win me a main trophy. Unless Cristiano delivers a CL or a Euro, he's not sniffing that crown. Because my thing is, this is how it works. If Liverpool win the Premier League, they go undefeated, and they win the Champions League, unless someone goes insane at the Euros, it's LDOs. It's LDOs. It's time for Africa to get back on the map. It's time for Africa to get back on the map, because I said, guys, it's been 25 years since a man from the continent won the Ballon d'Or. So, but that's the thing. If we have a case of where it is your boy, so it's basically, if we have a case of where Liverpool win this Premier League undefeated, they win the Champions League and LDO balls both in the Premier League and then the Champions League, unless Mbappe goes insane, or unless Zad absolutely rips. I mean, guys, I'll keep it real with you, man. I'll keep it real with you. If Zad says what's up, I think we know who's winning that trophy. I'll just keep it real with you. If Zad says what's up, I mean, it's going to be different, man. It's going to be a whole different, man. So shout out to all of my mods in here. Mods, you should all be Football Hot members, mods, okay? You should all be Football Hot members, mods. So I don't know what you guys are playing at. Anybody that's a mod, you be a damn member. Steal the money, rob a bank. I want the next time when I open up, I want your names to be green with that little icon there to be Football Hot members. So click that join button. My mods, bare minimum should be Football Hot members. So don't mess with your boy. Don't mess with your boy, man. Do not mess with your boy. So man, so just to some clan said Zad is guy. Okay, look. Do you know what? Okay, look. What I'm saying is that when let him ride. I'm going to be releasing a video, because for those who are members, you know, some members get early looks to videos that I do before I put them out on YouTube. So I've done a hazard vid, which members have seen, and I'm going to drop that hazard vid. So I don't want to say too much about that hazard vid, but in that hazard vid, I want people just to be real, because I don't feel people are giving Zad a chance, and I get it. Maybe the way that I've been preaching about Zad is too much. Maybe the way in which he gave, I mean, you know, the way that he just destroyed Arsenal, man. You know, I know, maybe it's too much. Maybe I put a bit too much extra sauce on the way that he just destroyed things, because you know what? People are pissed off because I said Zad was going to ride, and he did. He did. And people are not happy about that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how great you have to be where you're injured? Let me take a Jaffa cake, man. Let me take a Jaffa cake. Let me take a Jaffa cake. Do you know how great you have to be? Do you know how much of a don you have to be where you're injured? You're not even playing, and people are still obsessed about you. People still talk about you. That's when you're real. So Zad must be like, bruh, I must be a big deal. Why did you talk about your goats, Messi and Cristiano? Talk about those goats. Why are you so concerned about a man who's injured? He's not even playing. He's not even playing. Because, guys, let me ruin with you, baby. Let me ruin with you, baby. If Zad comes and he's at peak level, whoo! If Zad comes and he's at peak level and the guy is, because he's at 80%. Holmes at 80%. If your boys are like 95% or 99%, bro, we're looking at it like a CL and a Euro. Even call it a Siluro. Siluro. So basically, that's like a Champions League and a Euro combined. Call it like a Siluro. So that's the thing, man. Is like, guys, don't hate. Don't be... Okay, let me be real. In 2020, we have to change. 2020, I need guys to love more. I need guys to be much more positive. And I think I will my resolution for 2020 is that I'm going to make you guys respect Zad. That's my aim. I'm going to make you guys respect Zad, and I'm going to continue to expose Cristiano and Messi for the frauds that they are. But let me be clear here, guys, and this is very clear. I appreciate what Messi and Cristiano have done with regards to how they redefined consistency. I respect that. I've always respect that. What they've done to be able to make you guys aware of, these guys have been so consistent. And the amounts of records they've broken is amazing. But they're just not as good as you think they are. And when your boy HH drops my new series called How Good Was ... Really, I'm exposed them. I know. Because the thing about HH is this. I'm like an H. I'm an H that you can't get rid of. Because I'll keep it real with you. And this is a secret. Shh. I will never, ever, ever say Cristiano or Messi are greats. It's never happened. Because when at World Cup 2018, I realized that these guys are good for their clubs, but essentially they're fugazis. Do you know what a fugazi is? Do you know what a fugazi is? A fugazi is a fake. But even deeper, a fugazi pretends it's something valuable. So when you see a fugazi from the offset, you're like, whoa, this is pretty. But when you look even deeper, you realize that they're nothing but a fake. And that's what I realized about Cristiano and Messi. I will always appreciate what these guys have done club-wise, and I will always champion them. That what these guys have done club-wise is amazing. Cristiano's adaptability is superb. Superb. And Messi's consistency to be at a high level is superb. These things are amazing. But we cannot deny facts. Which is why I say for guys, don't idolize. Don't idolize these guys too much, because if you do, your boy HH will expose them. Because I am a nice guy. I am a nice guy. But if you push me, I will make your goats look like a bunch of chumps. So my advice is, be nice to me, buy me things, be cool, and say good things about me. If I do that, we're all cool. We're all cool. Shame. Wait, why do you say shame on yourself? So, the new gear is here. This right here, I don't know how much you got. Yeah, there you go. This is a boom arm, which is a part of the new gear. And this is so basically, so instead of line, this means that this boom arm can come towards me. So that's the boom arm, and this is like the pop shield. And if I can use, wait, where is the? So basically, wait, where's the other one? It's here. And this is this was pretty pricey. This is the clip-on mic. So go clip-on mic here, clip-on mic over there. So those are the clip-on mics that are very, very useful, which means that my mics won't be bricks, which means that whenever I use the green screen over there, I can be far away and then the sound can still be money. So wait. So look, I told you that. I put out the invites, man, for that YouTuber, Milo Miriam. I said again, look, if she wants to talk Barca, I'm ready and open. I think we can combine and it can lay down the law. So all those of you people who follow that Barca merchant, who seems to always strip. I don't know what. Look, got nothing against anyone else. As just that every time I see her, she's half naked. So I don't know what that's about. But look, man, if you want to combine, because I'm ready to try and do a Barca thing and a combination, man. So, but guys, I think you guys are being too harsh on Zad. I think it is wrong. I think it's actually quite frankly sad, and I think it's actually quite pathetic that you are insulting a man who is injured. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But let's move on. let's move on. So for our next topic right here, this is an interesting one. Cavani. So the Cavani has said bye bye to PSG. He has said bye bye to PSG. He has decided that, you know what, he's no longer 1-1-10. And he's ready to move on. Now, the idea was for him to move in the summer to Atletico. And I think this is a great move. Morata is trash. Complete and utter garbage crap. Yo, put up some bricks up in his live chat, man. Put some bricks up there. Guy's crap and the guy's trash. And Costa is done. I think Costa is finished. He's no longer relevant anymore. So Atletico Madrid currently do not actually have a functioning striker. And Cavani, the way that he is, would be perfect for Atletico. Cavani is a perfect striker for Atletico are about, because he's very good at combining play. He's tall, so he's very good in the air, and he's a very good pointsman and a very good linkman, and he can create goals by himself. He's such a great multifaceted striker. But Cavani only has himself to blame, because you were given numerous chances with PSG in the knockout stages, and he messed up. And they decided to go for a Cardi, again, a guy who was doing amazing things for Inter Milan. And, you know, Inter have thrived in the Cardi's absence very well with Lautaro Martinez and Lukaku. But they've gone a new route, you know. And I think even if he kind of gets injured, you still have Mbappe, you can be as a striker, or you can play Neymar as a force or so forth, or you still have Marco Verratti. What is it here? But this is now where it gets crazy now. This is now where it gets crazy. He could join this month. He could join this month. If your boy thingy joins this month, if Cavani joins Atletico this month, that changes everything. That changes everything, because for me, as a right now, Liverpool are going to wash Atletico. They're going to wash them, and Liverpool could actually beat them twice in both legs. If Atletico gets Cavani this month, and Cavani can be inducted into their CL squad, we now have another great game. Because as of right now, it's Man City, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Bayern, maybe Tottenham, Leipzig, Dortmund, PSG. And I just thought, you know what, Liverpool, Atletico, it's one-sided. But if Cavani can join Atletico, it makes things very interesting. Atletico should do everything in their power to get Cavani. Let's look at the La Liga table. Let's look at the La Liga table, because I'll tell you why. So, 19 games played. Atletico Madrid are only 5 points behind both Bus. I thought Real Madrid were ahead. I thought, okay. So they were ahead. So Atletico Madrid are only 5 points behind Real and Barcelona. Oh, geez. Sevilla are up there as well. So not only will Cavani make the Champions League game interesting, but he will also make the La Liga interesting and he'll help them both in La Liga and help them in the CL as well. That's going to be huge, you know. And for Cavani, I think this is a great move, because, as I said again, Atletico need a striker. Let me repeat myself: Morata is crap. Morata is a crap striker, and I think it might have been Abdul that even said this to me, because again, look, I hold my hands up. When Chelsea got Morata, I was like, oh wow, all right. And I was the ones, I'll hold my hands up, that said, yep, Morata over Lukaku. Morata over Lukaku. Lukaku is thriving. Lukaku is living his best life. I think Lukaku has said to Origi and to the other Belgian strikers that, look, I'm still that dude. That I am still that flipping dude. So that in itself is huge. That in itself is huge. So, but for what I've realized about Morata is he is a guy off the bench. Because if you looked at it, he was never a main striker. He either played with another really good striker or he was a super sub. But what we've now realized now, and I think what Atletico have realized now is that, this guy isn't really that great. This guy isn't really that great. So, because look, as I said again, like, I still believe that Atletico, Simeone should leave Atletico. I think it's done. It's finished. I think he should leave. But if they can get Cavani this month, we have a Champions League time. I will still pick Liverpool because Anfield is a problem that only PSG can solve. I will still pick Liverpool, but it makes the game far more interesting because right now, then it'll be like, now how do Liverpool now deal with Cavani and what he brings? Van Dijk and Gomez can defend Morata and Costa in their sleep. Well, who? Vitolo? Angel Correa? Who the hell are these losers? So Van Dijk, they will, in their sleep, they can defend flipping Morata and Costa. But Cavani, because it's always what Cavani shows up. Are you going to get the Cavani that just misses several 1v1s? Are you going to get the Cavani that's knocked out Portugal in the World Cup with those two incredible goals? So, but if I am Atletico, do everything in your power to get him this window. Do everything in your power to get him this window. Because let's just say they lose Liverpool, which I think they will, even with the Cavani. With Barcelona's new manager and them restructuring and also not knowing how well that will happen with their manager, I still don't trust Real Madrid and their consistency. Atletico could have a very good chance of winning La Liga. If Cavani comes in and he walks, could happen. Correa is not underrated. He's trash. Okay, so I don't know what you're saying there. Correa is not underrated. He's trash. But that's what I was saying. Cavani, should he have done more at PSG? Could he have been, because Cavani is a strange one because people always say that, you sleep on his numbers, and this guy has amazing numbers. He has amazing numbers in Uber Eats because whatever you do in Uber Eats is trash. It doesn't mean anything. And relax, I know what you're going to say. Then how come you talk about Marco Verratti? In terms of ability, I would say about Marco Verratti, in terms of ability, he's the best in the world. I never say about Marco, I would admit that Marco Verratti, you need to leave Uber Eats to prove yourself that you're about that life. And because I have full confidence that you put Marco Verratti in any team, he will ball. So my thing for Cavani is, I do think that this will actually help him to go back in a bigger market, and especially him going, because even when he was at Syria, that was still sort of on the slide. Uber Eats is a one team league. So if he now goes into La Liga specifically for an Atletico, I think that is great. I think that is a great, wonderful challenge for him to have. Because I still think that they could get a good few years to him. So this could be this might be this. If this goes through, it will be the signing of the window because Pogba is staying. Neymar is staying, and I don't think there will be any other big moves happening this window, man. And for PSG, I think they'll be fine. They'll be fine, because I think that's Icardi, Neymar, Mbappe trio looks good. Again, because someone posted this, I tell you, man, guys, Twitter is trash, man. Twitter is real trash because someone posted on Twitter look at all the goals, assists, and look at all the numbers that this front three I've had. Then I'm like, it's Uber Eats. I think it was Nix that posted this, and I was like, Nix, it's Uber Eats. They're doing this in Uber Eats. It doesn't really matter. So that's machine. So guys, look, man, Time for your questions, man. Send in your questions. Send in your questions, and I'll be happy and glad to send those questions in, man. Send in your QQ questions, man. Let us ride away somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere true. Any of you who are video makers or anything, man, trust me, it's all about this road. If you're buying sound equipment and stuff, so if let's say you want to get into making videos and stuff and you want to buy sound equipment, get road. Get road. Liverpool versus Man U. All right. Yeah, Attack on Titan. So basically, so Attack on Titan review. I have filmed the review. After I'm done with this live, I just need to edit it, clean it up, and then I will upload it. So the Attack on Titan review will be dropping within the next hour or so. So I have filmed it. It's in the Final Cut Pro. I need to edit it, and then it will drop to tonight. And it's also I also watched the first episode of My Hero Academia, and I may do a review on that as well. Liverpool versus Man U. Liverpool are at home. They're at Anfield, and they're pretty good at Anfield. And United are still a very inconsistent team. Now, Rashford has done great. He's done great, and I do think that the Rashford, Martial, Greenwood trio is a really interesting trio. That's a really interesting trio, but I think Liverpool's form at Anfield is just too strong. And I just don't know whether Manchester United overall will have enough quality to beat them. And I just don't think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will have the right kind of game plan to say what's up. So taking all that into account, they're going to get beat. They're going to get beat. I don't see Liverpool losing that game. I see Liverpool winning that game. I don't even see it being a draw. I see them winning that game for sure, man. In terms of ability, charisma is the best in the world. I wouldn't say the best in the world. I would say he's definitely one of the most skillful, But if you just say just raw ability, it might be Neymar. In terms of just what a guy can do with the ball right now, the most skilled and the guy with the most ability, I think it might be Neymar. And the guy annoys me and everything, but even if Neymar, the reason why Neymar annoys me is, bro, I know how good you can be. That's why he annoys me, because I'm like, bro, I know how good you can be, bro. You're supposed to be that dude. And you can do things that very few people can do. It's just that you're not fully realizing your talents. It's almost the same as Robinho, but not as well, because Neymar has actually achieved way more than Robinho did. But it's like, like I don't think there's any player with greater footballing ability than Neymar. No, Neymar has greater ability than Messi. Neymar can do more crazier things than Messi. Like let's keep it. If you want to keep it real, if you're a Messi merchant, then that's cool. In terms of ability, what he can do, footballing ability, Neymar can do more than Messi. Neymar can do more than Messi on the ball. Like Neymar's footballing brain and what he can do is out of this world. Like and I've said this before. Like I just need the football world just needs PSG at full strength all the way through this year. I think the football world just need PSG all the way through, full strength all the way through. That's what they need. Who's your favorites for the Bundesliga? I think it's. I'm going to say Bayern Munich. I think Bayern will, because there's just something about club football where it's like, you get excited like, oh, could it be this team? Could it be that team? I think when all is said and done, I think it'll be Bayern. Leipzig look really good. Basically, it's either going to be Bayern or Leipzig. But if you're going to say your HH, don't choose one. Who will you put money down on? If I was forced to put money down on someone, because I just don't trust any of those dudes, man. Twitter or Instagram, which is more addictive? It depends. It depends. Thinking about Instagram is that if you get into a groove where you see one really hot chick and then they give you that, oh, this hot chick is friends with this other hot chick. Then you could just be there for ages as you're just going through hot chick after chick after chick after chick. But Twitter is amazing in the sense of the conversations you can have, the threads you can be a part of, the arguments and debates you can be in through, and also it's a very good news source. Like a very good news source is great. Is like Twitter. I use Twitter for my news. I don't really watch the news because I don't trust the news. So I actually watch thinking from. But the issue with Twitter is, I hardly check my timeline. I just look at my notifications of guys who've sent me messages or stuff like that. It's like, because there's a lot of garbage on Twitter, because I think the thing about Twitter is like it's all about clickbait. It's all about clickbait. There really isn't actually any kind of quality analysis that you find on Twitter. So just clickbait all the time. Which is it ain't that great, man. But how many goals will Chelsea beat Bayern? Oh, Chelsea will beat Bayern by about 3, 4, 5 goals, man. So thank you for your support of Chelsea, by the way. Thank you for that. I know. Yes, my team of the decade. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I've just been so busy, but I will. Let me think about this right now. Because Thursday, me and your boy Dan are gonna record what's classic. We're doing To Pimp a Butterfly, which will drop on my other YouTube channel. So we're gonna do what's classic. Then me and Machine have to do Die Hard as part of our movie podcasting. So then I'll probably try and drop it on Friday. So Friday, I'll try and film it Friday, drop it on Friday just before we do the Q&A on Friday, man. So that's what I'm going to try and do, man. So let's see what else you guys saying. What do Real Madrid need to do to get back at the top? Look, but as I said again, look, I just as far as fair, I can only give shout outs to the super chats people, really, man. So that is fair. I'll read out your question and everything, but if you want a shout out, it's going to do through super chats, because that's how I can reciprocate those guys that do the super chats. They get the shout outs and the thing is there. But for a question though, is Real need another top star. That's all they need. Because I think in Toni Kroos, Fede Valverde, and Casemiro, that's a really good, strong core three. And they can still get a good 2 or 3 years from Kroos and Casemiro. That defense is high. I'm impressed with Ferland Mendy. They may need a replacement for Carvajal. I think Carvajal is done. I think they need a replacement for Carvajal. I think Ramos and Varane, that's cool. You've also got Militao as well. Zad, we all know what Zad is about. Benzema is a man reborn. They just need that right-sided dude. If they're going to get a money guy on our right side, boom, they're back on top. So either an Mbappe or a Neymar or someone of that ilk, boom. So boom. Yeah, thank you for the love that you had of thingy, man, of 1917. Yeah, look, 1917 was a incredible film. I mean, if you've seen it or if not seen it yet, both of my non-spoiler, my spoiler reviews are on my Half Up Thoughts channel, man. So if you want to view those, Martin Rosario, thank you for the $2 super chat from Martin Rosario. HH, are you prepared for a Bayern circumcision, Martin? Martin, last I checked, the January window hasn't finished yet. Okay, so I am not preparing for anything because we've not yet finished the January transfer window. Now, if the January window ends and Chelsea don't get a top player, then I will be crapping my pants. Then I'll be pissing myself. But the moment right now, I'm not pissing on myself. I am being real. So let's just give it that. Someone said you like historical films. A great historical film. Oh gosh, what the hell? The Last Emperor. I believe it's the Last Emperor. Wait, let me see. The Last. Yes, The Last Emperor. That is, but again, I love historical films as well. I mean, another pretty good one is Kingdom of Heaven. Kingdom of Heaven is an amazing film, great historical film about the area of Jerusalem and everything. Just that Orlando Bloom was a brick. Like everyone's acting was tier one. Orlando Bloom was a class B, class C brick in that film. But as a film, in terms of the history and everything, Kingdom of Heaven, outstanding. And The Last Emperor. So check out check out Last Emperor. Check out Kingdom of Heaven, man. Those are two great historical films. Coutinho will wreck Chelsea. Is this the same Coutinho who has been a perennial flop and a perennial brick and a perennial failure? Sorry, I think the last person that Chelsea are afraid of is Coutinho, or should I say Coutinho? All you have to do is just make sure that he doesn't shoot from outside of the box, and that's it. There's nothing more Chelsea can do, because Coutinho has flashes of brilliance. The times where Coutinho can look amazing. I don't trust in Coutinho to be an amazing player for an entire season. And he has yet to really come big in a truly massive game. Name me a World Cup semi or a CL semi where Coutinho has been money. Maybe. Well, oh yeah, he did play Champions League semi. How did that turn out? We are all do. So guys, don't test me. Don't try me. Has Neymar wasted his career? That story isn't written yet. There isn't an answer to that question yet, because we need to see how this story ends. Because wasted is a finite thing to say. Because when you say wasted, it's finished, it's done. Like, you could say that about Balotelli. Balotelli has wasted his career because there is no coming back for him, and there is no road back to the top for him, and that's just a very sad story. But for Neymar, let's see what he does with PSG this season. Let's see what he does with Brazil in the Copa America. Let's see what he does with Brazil in the next World Cup. You know, like if Neymar can win a World Cup, he can win a Champions League for PSG, then we're going to be having a very different conversation. I doubt he will do all these things, but let's see whether he'll be able to ride and do like that, man. I ain't getting the PS5. That's just completely and utter trash, man. Completely and utter trash. Well, the issue, no, actually no. My Twitch streams. No, I do have a new. So I don't know whether you guys. This is the mic I'm using for my Twitch streams. I don't know whether you can see this. It's So I went onto Amazon, and I just said, look, I need a good gaming mic, and it's called Nobwo. So obviously this is the mic there. This is the headset. So yeah, this is my Twitch shebang. So again, if you guys follow me on Twitch, I do what do I do? I do Red Dead Redemption and what's it called? Pro Prevo. Sometimes I can actually be a brick at gaming, man. You know, it depends whether I'm half asleep or not. You know, but I play very alternatively. You know, I play very alternatively. You know, but I said again, I don't consider myself a gamer. I never been. I was always into football games, and then I got into RPGs. I never really played fighting games. I never really played. I liked Age of Empires and Red Alert 2. Oh, man, because those were the days, man. I don't know. See, it's because I'm older than you guys. I don't know whether Age of Empires and Red Alert 2 was huge. Age of Empires and Red Alert 2 was massive when we were in school. So guys used to have their laptops, and because we're not allowed like computers and everything, so we used to basically go and hide into like these kind of music rooms and play. And me and my friend, we used to play like Age of Empires. And obviously, like in our dorms, we played Red Alert. So no, and those games were good. Those games were good, man. Favorite actor, Gary Oldman. He's the greatest actor of all time, easily. He's the greatest actor of all time. you will lubricate me on Fortnite. I'll be trash on Fortnite. Now Halo Reach. Let's talk. Privo. Let's talk. Anything else you like? Call of Duty. I'm horrible at Call of Duty because Call of Duty is very different from Halo. Like the gameplay mechanics of Halo and Call of Duty are very different. So Call of Duty, I'm crap. But Halo Reach, let's talk. Halo Reach, let's talk, man. Let's see what else you guys are saying, man. And I just don't understand why Fortnite is so big, man. But no, Age of Empires was big time. Age of Empires was no, that was a quality game. I never really got into Civilization because people used to play that big time. I never really got into Civilization. But now, if you're going to say between Age of Empires and Thingy, again, but I never played Battlefield. You see, for me, when Halo came out, that was it. Because remember, because the key thing was Halo 2. When Halo 2 came out, and I remember there was big because it was so crazy. So Halo 2 came out while I was still in school, but I had to play. So I asked my friend's mom. So basically, I gave my friend's mom the cash to try and get it. So my friend's mom got it for me, brought it to school and everything. That weekend, I played the crap out of that thing Saturday and Sunday while I was still in school, man. Halo 2 Xbox Live was an orgasmic experience. Okay, it was an absolute orgasmic experience. And bro, those were good days, man. Because we had clans as well, clan on clan battles, the battle maps and everything. Oh my gosh, those were the days, man. Those were the flipping days, man. Keeping up. Ew. Who was keeping up with the Kardashians, man? See, it's not, I can't do Nigeria career mode. That'll just get way too personal. Way too personal. No, look, the WWF has changed, man. Like for me, I will watch. I always try and watch the Royal Rumble, though. That is always still fun. So I always do try and watch. But the issue is that because I've been so away from the WWF, the person, whenever it's down to the last four, I don't know who the hell these guys are. So what was always fun about the Royal Rumble was because, especially if you're really watching wrestling, you really were invested in the stories and the people. So whenever a person won, you're like, oh my gosh, it's this guy. He won. Oh my gosh, Stone Cold won. Oh my gosh, The Rock won. But I always say that about WWF. The last stand of the WWF was The Rock and Stone Cold. The Attitude Era. Once The Rock left and Stone Cold sort of left as well, that was it. Like, it was done. It was finished. Like, that was the last real heyday, of wrestling, And let's keep it real. The Rock's acting career hasn't been great. The Rock has. It just shows you how big the WWF was and just how huge the character Rock was. The Rock only has a career because of just how incredibly, insanely popular he was as a wrestler. That's why. Remember, I bought his autobiography. I was obsessed with the Rock. Like, I was doing rock bottoms and people's elbows to guys when I was in school, But like I told you, The Rock hasn't made one good film. He hasn't made one good film. But people love him so much because this guy, he was that company. Like, Vince McMahon owes a lot to The Rock and Stone Cold. The reason why wrestling even exists now is, I think, basically the people who really built the wrestling thing, you'd argue, you maybe say Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, The Rock, Stone Cold, and maybe throw in like on Undertaker as well. You see, now that is debatable. Who was more popular, The Rock or Stone Cold? It was tough. I remember, so this is a memories, man. So remember, we're in school, and this was just before Stone Cold fought The Rock. I think this might have been the first time or the first fight or the second fight. So we were like in our computer room, and this was basically this was true BrickNet. So because remember, this was like early two. This was in 99 or 2000. So this was really back in the day. So broadband wasn't even an existence. So this was really like full on dial-up BrickNet. and you could vote for who you wanted or who you thought would win. So on one hand, you had the Flaming Skull. On the other hand, you had the Brahma Bull. So obviously, like, I was a Rock guy. But like, Stone Cold was popular, man. But what I would say though is that I think they had the same amount of popularity, and they were both amazing characters with iconic finishing moves. Although I prefer Stone Cold. See, The Rock's finishing move was much more elaborate and it was much more fun and well thought out. Stone Cold's finishing move, I just think, was just a great finishing move. That's just a great, easy pointing for finishing move. But I would argue that even if they had the same popularity, The Rock, I would argue, is the most influential wrestler of all time. That's what I'll say. I think he's the most influential wrestler of all time. Bro, I'm telling you, wait, be real with me. Are you going to honestly tell me that John Cena and all these other dudes were as famous or were as good on the mic and in the ring as The Rock and Stone Cold? Are you telling me that any fights were as good as The Rock and Stone Cold? Or were you telling me that any fights were as good or as iconic or as dramatic as Stone Cold against Vince McMahon or Shane McMahon against Stone Cold? I'm sorry, like, those Vince McMahon Stone Cold fights were iconic. Those were iconic fights. So come on, bro. Oh, bro. See, Rey Mysterio, in terms of wrestling ability, might be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. For wrestling ability and what he could do in the ring, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. That guy was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Shawn Michaels. All right, let's see what else is saying. No, Goldberg was cheesy, man. Goldberg was flipping cheesy. No. See, Undertaker was iconic, but he was iconic in a different sense. I think Undertaker it was a great character, because I remember when I was really young, I was terrified of the Undertaker, and whenever he used to come into the ring in the Royal Rumble, I was terrified of him, man. So, and I can't believe that they made who was that dude that gave Undertaker his first L in WrestleMania? What's the name of that dude that is in the UFC? Because before then he never lost in it, man. Oh no, who? I believe I still have. Yeah, I still have my Ultimate Warrior toy. Maybe on the next stream when I go to my other crib, I'll bring my Ultimate, because I have this. Well, it's not mine. I think it's my brother's, but I just inherited it. Like this massive, tall Ultimate Warrior toy. So yeah, no, that's like collector's item, man. So that is, yeah, Brock Lesnar. Wow, so actually, a lot of you guys actually watched wrestling, man. Damn, no, like, as I said again, growing up, wrestling was my thing, man. Wrestling was my thing. So Denzel Washington or Tom Hanks? See, it's hard to defend them. So it's hard to really compare them both. You see, I prefer Denzel, but Tom Hanks was a G, man. Tom Hanks had a run of where he did. In 1 year, he did Philadelphia. Then he did Forrest Gump. Then he did Saving Private Ryan. Then he did Castaway. Like, those were almost consecutively. Those were 4 iconic performances. But, bro, Denzel, like, me and Daniel were even talking about this on a podcast. I mean, Glory, Hurricane, Inside Man, Training Day, flipping Malcolm X. I mean, Denzel just has Man on Fire. Denzel just has way too many, man. Way too many. Way too many. Way too many, man. It's like, because I was even saying to Daniel, like, the amount of times I've rewatched Training Day just for Denzel scenes is just like out of this world, man. But oh gosh, man. No, Mankind was weird, man. Mankind was weird, but he had some crazy Hell in the Cell matches, man. Some crazy Hell in the Cell matches, but still, greatest wrestling match of all time for me was WrestleMania 6, Ultimate Warrior against Macho Man. Go on YouTube, trust me. Go on YouTube. Two great matches was WrestleMania 6, Ultimate Warrior against Macho Man, the I Quit match. Second one was the Iron Man match, Bret Hitman Hart against Shawn Michaels. Those were the two big ones, man. Yeah, Fury Wilder is going to be huge, man. Fury Wilder is going to be huge. Fury Wilder is going to be huge. And bro, I think Fury's going to get it. I think Fury's going to get it. Who's better, Dortmund or Dortmund or Arsenal? In terms of what? I mean, as of right now, I'd probably say Dortmund. You know, I'd probably say Dortmund as of right now, because Arsenal, yeah, like Arsenal look like they may be on a all right path with Arteta. I still don't really have much faith in Arteta, but I just think that, Dortmund, even if Dortmund ain't perfect, and I still think Lucien Favre makes some really dumb, stupid mistakes as a manager. Despite that, I still feel that Dortmund as a team are better than Arsenal right now, man. They're better than Arsenal right now. Like from me, Arsenal, bro, man. I mean, like that's a whole other situation, right? Because Arsenal have to be very wary. If Arsenal lose Aubameyang, they should be terrified. Like Robbie, Arsenal fan TV, everyone, they should be terrified, because if they make the mistake of losing Aubameyang, because that's the dangerous thing right now, is like in this month, do Barcelona now go for Aubameyang this month? Like, I don't think Aubameyang will leave this month. I don't. But hypothetically speaking, if Barcelona were to get Aubameyang this month, or Real Madrid will get him this month, Arsenal are screwed. Arsenal screwed, because Lacazette is not a high volume goal scorer. And I believe Aubameyang has scored like 90% of Arsenal's goals. I think he has scored 90% of Arsenal's goals. So that's just insane in and of itself, that out of how many of the goals that he has scored of them. So yeah, man, I mean, bruh, like, nah. So who will be the second best player in this decade after Mbappe? That's a tough one. I wanted to see how fit the Us can get, but I'm looking at Leroy Sané, bro. I'm looking at Leroy. If Leroy Sané can just get back to fitness, he can leave Man City, because Pep Guardiola doesn't appreciate him. Leroy Sané could be the guy behind Mbappe, because I rate Leroy Sané very highly. I rate him very, very highly. And it is because, look, something can be said that if Leroy Sané was fit, do we have more of a title race? Don't you dare say Trent. Don't you dare say Trent. Obviously, okay, you're trolling because you said Javier. Trent, no, don't. Obviously, you're trolling. But let's talk about that. If Leroy Sané was fit this season, do Man City have a stronger title race with? Do they have a stronger title race with Liverpool? Like in all of those games, whether it's Norwich, whether against Wolves, could Leroy Sané have come clutch? Remember, he came clutch in that game at the Etihad. Like, what's it called? The only L that Liverpool have taken in the Premier League, the last time they took an L, Leroy Sané was the guy that scored the winning goal. Leroy Sané was the guy that scored the winning goal. So, because Leroy Sané is quality, and it wasn't something I was even saying in the fan pack club, because we're actually even having the discussion. Because people say, "Oh no, Sterling is better than Sané," and I said that Sterling is more effective for Pep Guardiola than Sané. Comparing both of them in a vacuum, it's not even a debate. Like, Leroy Sané is a better player. Easily the better player. Things that Leroy Sané can do individually are out of this world, and he has not. He's only just scratched the surface of what he can do. Like Germany could have a serious dude on their hands. Like I always felt that Mario Götze, especially when Mario Götze scored that amazing World Cup winning goal, that Mario Götze would go on and be that top dude in the world. But he just like he. Just, I mean, because he said for Götze, is he to blame? Could he have worked harder? Did he make the wrong move going to Bayern Munich? Should he have stayed at Dortmund? Can you begrudge him of making that big move to a club like a Bayern Munich and playing under like a guy like a Pep Guardiola? You know, hindsight is 2020. So like maybe at that stage, you're like, it is what it is. But I just think that but my thing for Leroy Sané is similar to the whole thing with Sancho and England. Will Joachim Löw appreciate him? Because the future of Germany is Leroy Sané and Gnabry. Leroy Sané, Gnabry, and Timo Werner is the future of Germany. That's three is Germany's future. Muller is done for. He's finished. Muller is finished. Toni Kroos is still that midfielder. He's still there. Although I still think that Toni Kroos is still missing Schweinsteiger. And Toni Kroos will never be as good as what Schweinsteiger was 2013 to 2014. But for Germany, those three dudes of Leroy Sané, Gnabry, and Timo Werner, that is the trio. That is the flipping trio. And if you can get the best out of them, specifically a Leroy Sané, Germany can do some things. But my other thing with Germany is that like get rid of that clown. I mean, how is Jogi Löw still in the job? You won the World Cup in 2014. You won the World Cup in 2014. So, and 2014 is a flipping long time ago, man. It's a flipping long time ago. So, yeah. I mean, but Mbappe is leading the way, and I think that it's pretty much destiny. It's pretty much destiny that Mbappe joins Real because my thing is this, and I could be wrong. That I think that this decade, because kind of like how I think last decade was dominated by Barcelona and Real Madrid to an extent. Because if you think about it, like, okay, 2009, Barca won that CL. 2015, they win the treble. Then 2014, Real Madrid. 2016, 17, 18. So you could argue that the Spanish clubs really dominated. Atletico threw a few a Europa thing in there as well. But then when you look at this new decade, I really believe that if Mbappe does go to Real Madrid, we can now see a seismic shift. Because now this is the decade where by the time we now get to 2024, 25, Messi and Cristiano will be gone. Because they're like 32 now. Like Messi's like 32 now, I believe. So 5 years time he'll be 37. I think that'll be it. I think that'll be it for me, man. So no, but you see, it depends. See, this could either be the decade of Real Madrid or Liverpool. If Klopp stays at Liverpool, it could be Liverpool's decade. It could be their decade. But that's why it'd be interesting for me. I think if Klopp stays at Liverpool, he keeps adding to this team. And if Real Madrid gets Mbappe and they get, let's say, a Pogba, I think we could be seeing like a great, amazing rivalry between Real Madrid and Liverpool for the decade. So, but guys, man, look, man, it's been swell. It's been cool, man. I have to now go and just get up this whole Attack on Titan shebang. So, what's happening? So tomorrow is basically. Remember, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to Half Hope Thoughts. Half Hope Thoughts is my entertainment channel because tomorrow is the movie show. So the movie show drops on the Half Hope Thoughts every Wednesday. Every Wednesday it drops. And also as well, if remember to become a Football Hot member, just click that join button. Click that join button below in our video there, man, and then you can do all that lovely, beautiful stuff, man. So, guys, it's been Will. It's been swell. It's been good. I will see you guys Thursday. I'll see you guys for a live show here on Thursday. But Wednesday, the football. So Wednesday is the movie live show on the Half Hoops Hot. Thursday is back here on this Football Hot show. Peace out, stay true, and don't be bricks.